So this is my second ever review of Turkmenistan Airlines. At this point, I've flown the airline 3 times, and I have to say there's been a really big improvement each time. So I've been really happy, and I believe that it provides a really good value for money. And so here I am, I'm back on the airline. This is the in-flight magazine. Unfortunately, it's the same edition as last time, but I still enjoyed reading it. They had things about golden horses. And as you can see, they had movies, they had Crazy Stupid Love, so the in-flight entertainment system was good. They've really improved the food since the last time I took Turkmenistan Airlines. So most of the food was the same. I mean, we had the jelly biscuits and the cold cuts and things like that. And that really wasn't the star of the show. I mean, they're okay. They're, edible or whatever. But I personally think that the star of the show was, as you can see, this is the jelly biscuit we got with the pink jello this time, and it is better than it looks. It tastes all right. And then there's this green one. But the star of the show was the hot meal. So this was actually the vegetarian meal. So we had to ask for it. You can probably call in advance, but we didn't. But they gave it to us anyway. It was really kind and it was delicious. It was like a really nice lentil curry. And this is Will's sandwich that he had. And we had some cherry juice, and that was really nice. And so I was really happy with that. And they've updated the flight paths. So now we're flying mostly over Azerbaijan. Then we fly over India on our route to Southeast Asia. This time we're flying to Vietnam. So the airport is as lovely as ever as the last 2 times that I've seen it. So you can see here the big falcon with the wings. But here we are back in the green and gold airport. And the airport pastries are something I really look forward to. So we've noticed the last few times they've had pumpkin, they've had potato, and they've had spinach. So they have a couple of different options as well as meat. And we this time did something special. We went and stayed in the airport hotel. So the airport hotel you can actually rent by the hour. And so you don't have to stay all night. You can just stay for a few hours and relax before your next flight. And that's really nice to be able to have a shower, to be able to have a nap and things like that. So you can see when we open up the room, we'll show you what it looks like. This costs, we just got, I think, an hour and a half. It costs $35 US dollars. And you can see around the room this beautiful modern room. It was really comfortable. The beds were comfortable. And you can have a look at the bathroom. It's just a sort of standard hotel bathroom. Nothing too special. The water had good water pressure and hot water. And you can look through a little crack in the windows and you can actually see right onto the tarmac. And we were able to watch the sunrise over Ashgabat, which is very pretty. Ashgabat's in the middle of the mountains, so it was a nice opportunity during our little 4-hour stopover. So then back we went back to the airport. Of course, we had our very early morning flight, so we trekked over to the gate and on to the next flight. And so this time again, we had a Boeing 777, a large plane. So here you have a look around the plane and the vegetarian meal. So I wasn't impressed with this initially. I looked at it. It was potatoes, but they were really, really tasty. They cooked them really nicely. It was like a sort of curry with dill and tomatoes, and that was a very nice preparation. And I got some crackers. Those were okay. So generally, I still would keep my low rating for the cold food. The hot food was actually very enjoyable. So here we are. We arrived in Vietnam, and it was my 3rd time with Turkmenistan Airlines, and I was happy with it.